So, you want to know how to do body recomposition if you're skinny. Well, you're in luck because I'm going to answer that question in this video. What's up? I'm Sawyer with Resurrected Body Recomposition. As usual, you're gay. Also, as usual, I'm going to make this video without any cuts, edits, a script, images, pictures, colors, graphics, music, naked guys, naked girls, because I'm not a fag like everybody else who poisons your brain. So, now that that's out of the way, how do you do body recomposition if you're skinny? Well, I made this same type of video a while back about fat people, overweight people, the PC term. Can't even say fat anymore. That's how gay stuff is nowadays. I made a video a while back, basically the same thing regarding fatties. Somebody looked up, somebody asked, how do you do body recomposition if you're fat? And I told them the same answer I'm going to tell you. Just like everybody else. You might be skinny, you're still a human. You might be fat, you're still a human. Maybe. Some of those fat asses look like they've transformed into this different species, but not for you. You're just skinny. You're skinny. So, if you turn sideways, you kind of disappear. There's strong winds outside. You look like one of those things at the what are they called? Dealerships, car dealerships. Like that. So how do you actually do it? I'll actually answer the question here. Like everybody else. You do it like everybody else. Now, everybody's a little bit different, so you're going to have to kind of tweak, change some things. But for the most part, you just follow the four same principles. I'll lay them out here. Number one, and if you want these 4 principles more in depth, I have a bunch of videos previously that I made explaining them. So go check them out, unless you're gay. Number 1, you want to be eating in a calorie deficit, slight calorie deficit, or at your caloric maintenance. I'll come back to that one because that's probably the most, important one for you being a skinny fuck. So, number 2, you have to be getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. Okay? I'll come back to them quick. Number 3, you have to be training each muscle group until failure at least 1 time per week. Come back to it. If you don't understand these, just take a breather. I'll come back to them, explain them a little bit. Number 4, you have to be weighing yourself and tracking your progress. And that's it. That is it. So number one, you have to be eating in a slight calorie deficit or your caloric maintenance. Now, I said this in the video for fat people. I said, you guys, I say either or because it's a little bit different for everybody. But I said to the fatties, you guys should be eating in a caloric deficit, a slight caloric deficit, 100 to 200 calorie deficit per day. But for the skinny people, I would recommend eating at your caloric maintenance. Because being skinny means you don't have a lot of fat to lose. Right? So you don't really need to lose all that much fat. You're just more so focused on packing on muscle. And yeah, body recomposition is more for fat people and people that have some fat to lose. But if you're a skinny twig, you shouldn't be doing body recomposition. Alright? Shouldn't be doing it. It's not for you. You just need to put on muscle and put on weight. But if you get fat, or you get, a little pudgy, and you got fat to lose, then you can try doing body recomposition. But body recomp is literally losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. And if you don't have any fat to lose, then you're not going to lose any fat. End up losing muscle. which is way worse. That sucks. So it really depends how skinny you are. You know, if you think you're skinny, for example, like, if you think you're skinny fat, you know, like you got skinny arms, can't relate, skinny legs, but you got like a little pudgy stomach, right? Then you could try it. You could try it, but that weight right here is going to be pretty difficult to get rid of. You know, everybody's body has places where they lose fat first, right? So everybody's a little bit different. That's why I say this. You might have to tweak some stuff. For me personally, I always lose fat from my upper body. It seems like I always lose fat from, you know, like my stomach, arms, but I hold all of my fat in my legs. Like I'm gonna be real douchey here, just to prove that I'm not full of shit. Like I'm pretty lean. I'm pretty lean in the stomach area. But in the legs, I'm not as lean as up top. So everybody's body has places where they lose fat first. Now, if you're skinny fat and you got that little tummy on you, your tummy might be the place. Tummy's kind of gay, dude. I can't say that. Your stomach, not tummy, I'm not a fag. Your stomach might be the place that you lose fat last. So that's usually the hardest stuff to get rid of for people with that problem. And if you have that problem, my heart goes out to you. Because that shit is ugly. Alright? But you can change it. You can change it. So it really depends how skinny you are. If you're super skinny, don't even fucking try body recomposition. You don't have any fat to lose, just focus on putting on muscle. If you're, you know, kind of skinny, but also, you know, you're kind of fat too, you can try it. You can try it. Eat like right around your caloric maintenance, 100, 200 calorie deficit per day. A little bit different for everybody. Tweak it, see what works best for you. You can try it. That's pretty much it. So that's the first step. Long explanation of the first step. The second step, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. Pretty self-explanatory. If you're 150 pounds, eat 150 grams of protein per day. If you're thinking, Sawyer, that's too much protein, I can't get that much protein. This isn't for you. Get lost. Number 3, you can just buy protein shakes, protein bars. Doesn't matter. You don't have to eat like a fucking shit ton of meat. I barely eat any meat. I drink the Premier Protein shakes and protein bars. Doesn't matter. Number 3, you have to be training each muscle group at least 1 time per week, going until failure. Most important part right there. So, let's break down that sentence. What are your muscle groups? For example, biceps, triceps, shoulders, chest, abs, back, legs, including your calves. And the one that you train probably every night is your forearms from feeding the geese. I make that joke every video. I make it every video because it's funny. So you have to be training those muscle groups at least 1 time per week. What is going until failure? If you think about doing a curl, right? Don't get hypnotized by my bicep now. If you think about doing a curl, you curl the weight up, comes back down. Those are called reps, right? Going until failure is trying to do another rep, but not being able to. That's going until failure. You have to do that with every exercise you do. And if you do sets, do it with every set. So like if you're doing 3 sets of however many reps, go until failure all 3 sets. Some people in the comments might say, oh, Sawyer, that's training too hard, you're overtraining. What do you look like? Probably a fag. Case closed. And then number 4, you have to be tracking your progress. And how do you do that? You weigh yourself on a weight scale 1 time per week in the morning on an empty stomach. So before you eat, before you shower, after you shit, after you piss. Weigh yourself, track your weight, do that once a week. How else? Look in the mirror. Look at your body. Has your little pudgy stomach gone down? Or is it still pudgy? Can you see your wiener? Probably not. Maybe. If you're doing it my way, maybe. Have you built muscle in your legs, in your arms, chest, shoulders, back, whatever? You'll be able to tell a difference in your body if you're doing it right and fairly quickly. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I will not be looking at them nor answering them. But drop them down below. I post a video every other day at noon. That's the time I'm keeping. Alright, so if you've been watching my previous videos, you'll know that I'm trying to figure out the best time to post. And I still don't really know, but I'm just going to call it noon. Okay? That's when people are on their lunch break. Maybe they're watching YouTube. I don't know. I'm not all about this YouTube stuff here. So, yeah. One new video every other day at noon. Because I'm that cracker. That's me. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you're my cracker. If not, get fucked. Drop a subscribe, drop a follow, drop a share, drop a comment, drop a like, drop a download, drop a deuce. Peace out, Sawyer with Resurrected Body Recomposition.